Pokimane is one of the most controversial and most hated streamers on Twitch. From beef with Keemstar and leafyishere to flagging down videos from bowblax and itsagundum. What got Pokimane to this point? How did she get so hated in the first place? To answer this question, we have to go back to the beginning of Pokimane's career. Amana Anise was born on May 14th of 1996. Amana in her high school years fell in love with gaming, especially when she got her first PC, where she started to stream in her senior year of high school in 2013. She ended up enjoying streaming so much that when she was in college, she stacked her classes, attending 4 days a week to be able to stream more. Pokimane's stream started to grow, and she started a YouTube channel in 2014. Pokimane really saw the potential of the streaming hobby actually being a viable career when she started to get brand deals that amounted to $10,000.
When did you start realizing that all of a sudden this would be a business, where you could actually make a living doing it? And
I remember the exact moment. I was second year university, and up until then I had been streaming kind of like part-time as a hobby, and I was studying chemical engineering. And then it got to a point where 1 month I made like $10,000+ in just brand deals. And once that happened, I was like, oh, okay, like this can actually be a job.
Twitch back then only had around 300,000 peak viewers and wasn't as popular as it is today, so the option of streaming becoming a viable option was revolutionary, with Pokimane taking full advantage. Pokimane took off a year from her college classes to see if the streaming thing could really happen. On her year off, Pokimane traveled to Los Angeles, California, where she would network with a fellow streamer, but they ended up being in the same streaming agency. This was a great thing for Pokimane, since she got a spare room in his house so she could also stream, and this would also lead to the group Offline TV soon after. This year off college classes proved to work out great for Pokimane, and she ended up growing exponentially, deciding not to move back to college. By 2017, Pokimane was a full-time and established streamer, bringing in 450,000 more followers by the end of the year. She further expanded her follower base, collaborating with streamers like Destiny and members of Offline TV. Following 2017 being a great year for her Twitch, the battle royale game Fortnite came out, a game that created multiple careers for people like Ninja, C-Day, and Cypher PK. Originally, Pokimane was sponsored by Fortnite to play this game, but she ended up falling in love with it. This enjoyment for the battle royale made her play it a lot more on stream, boosting her to new heights she never saw before. Pokimane's popularity always has really confused me from a viewer's perspective, since she isn't really that good at the game. Like, the only logical conclusion I can come to is that people like her for personality, I guess. This choice to play Fortnite on stream and follow the wave of popularity of Fortnite blew up her channel, reaching 1 million followers on Twitch.
Control, I can't. Thank you for subbing random hero. I can't. Thank you, Grumpy.
Now, up until this point, it's been mostly smooth sailing for Pokimane, but this controversy would open the floodgates for why a lot of people dislike her. This would start when Keemstar, on one of his drama alerts, would say that Sniper Wolf photoshopped a picture of her cosplaying a Fortnite character on Instagram.
Guys, today is a very special day. Today is the 4th annual Drama Alert Halloween Costume Contest. Number 12. Sniper Wolf, dressed up as a girl who photoshops her Instagram pictures. Definitely not her real waist, just saying.
Then on Twitter, a fan of what I would presume is Sniper Wolf's fan asked Keem why he's hating on her, and Keem responded with, "Alexa, what is a virgin?" Now I think at this point the whole conversation could have been settled. I don't really think it's that deep. I don't think the guy was gonna alt F4 because the guy that looks like a literal gnome called him a virgin, though Pokimane for some reason decided to involve herself, stating the following: "It's fine to dislike another content creator, but you probably shouldn't hate on innocent fans. Realize you have an audience that will also attack them, and most people aren't used to receiving hate like that. Do better, Keemstar. FYI, joking about a fan isn't cute either." Keemstar would then reply to her tweet stating this:
"Pokey, this is like a man, a full-grown man, and I jokingly called him a virgin, and he's not. This whole overreaction thing is a bad look for you. Makes me think you're not legitimate. You're not a real person. You're a fraud. You're fake."
And from this clip, I have to side with Keemstar. I think this is a dumb idea that because you're a big content creator, you can't make jokes, or that Pokimane was implying that content creators are responsible for their fans, which is a growing sentiment I've been seeing with some people that I genuinely don't understand. And Keemstar was 100% correct when he says this looks like a bad move for her. Pokimane would then double down with this response:
I'm not gonna lie, I laughed pretty hard at the ending of your video because you say that I'm overreacting, yet you called me a fraud just for asking you to be nicer to other people's fans. Who's really overreacting in that situation? And I'm sorry, but I think I'm being very legitimate by not encouraging your kind of behavior, because imagine all content creators just ran around picking on and attacking other people's fans.
Now, after this, Keemstar would go on to dig up old tweets, asking Pokimane if she is homophobic, which even though I find funny, I don't really think Keemstar should have done this. After Keem's tweet, Pokimane replied saying that it was just jokes with her friends and she didn't really mean to harm anybody with the tweets. After this whole Twitter drama, bowblax would do what he always does with every Twitter drama and make a video documenting it. After this video got some attention, the video ended up getting struck by Pokimane. This inevitably sparked criticism from a variety of YouTubers, even PewDiePie. This was probably the worst decision Pokimane could have done, seeing that it just probably made the drama a whole lot worse, and copyright striking a video will eventually always make a lot of people furious. Pokimane would later go on a podcast with the Misfits and explain why she took down the video. Later on, Pokimane would get into even more drama with the streamer 39daft, when all she did was unfollow her on Twitter.
I literally had her on mute. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna unfollow. And then she asked me. And I was like, I don't watch your stuff. And then she was like, oh, so it's about Slicker. I'm like, no, I don't watch your stuff. And then she kept sending me like the blushing smile emoji. And I was like, this is weird as fuck.
This was a really petty drama and made her seem really entitled. Soon after, the drama would continue with Keemstar, when Keemstar would put out a tweet of Pokimane supposedly saying the N-word. Pokimane would then say that she was talking about her teammate, but the hate train would start when an old clip of her would surface saying it a few years back.
You ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as fuck and lame as hell. Cause only lame say that shit.
Pokimane would then respond to this tweet saying the following: hard for me to speak on this clip's context because it's so old. I'm almost 23 and I was underage in that clip, but it was definitely not said in a racist or a derogatory manner. It was a time period / environment where saying it was more common and used to replace for dude. Not much else would come from this until 2020, when Pokimane would false flag yet again, this time being Itsagundum. Though to make matters way worse, she even went after his sponsors. You might be asking, it must be a really hurtful video if she decided to take it down, even go after his sponsors. But no, literally all this video was him just making fun of Poki's simps. And for some reason she got so butthurt at this video that she said this on stream.
And I will say, for this company to sponsor a video that's literally 20 minutes of talking shit about me, you will never see... Dude, your website's so ass it won't even load. But if you ever reach out to me, if I ever see you in my inbox, on site.
Pokimane obviously looks really bad in this clip and pretty much broke the YouTube's cardinal sin yet again. When this happened, it started a swarm of channels talking about how bad this was, and for some reason Pokimane just decided to ignore it at the time, which probably only fueled the fire. On July 26th, Keemstar yet again trolled Pokimane, saying simply just Pokimane 2 out of 10. Furthermore, after this, leafyishere in his comeback to YouTube made over 15 videos on Pokimane, such as content fallout Pokimane, nuclear winter Pokimane, and content nuke Pokimane. leafyishere in these videos would call her unattractive, not funny, which I'm not gonna lie is kind of true, and also talk about all the bad stuff she's done that we have discussed previously. Leafy's videos on Pokimane were probably some of his best work and made this whole drama overall the most memorable out of all her dramas.
Oh my god, did you hear that? That is like the best, that's one of the best burps I've ever done. Did you hear it?
I would rather donate $5,000 to Alinity than $50 to Pokimane. I'd watch Jake Paul vlogs before Pokimane. I'd watch Gay before Pokimane. I think I'd watch anything on YouTube before Pokimane. Her stream is shit.
leafyishere also said she had a boyfriend and that all her tier 3 simps are simping for nothing. When leafyishere said this, it started a trending hashtag called Pokimane Boyfriend. Pokimane, seeing this hashtag, decided to take a pic of her with Barack Obama. It's time to come clean. Soon later, after Leafy's 15th video on Pokimane, he actually got banned on YouTube. Though I'm not going to say this is 100% why he got banned, because Leafy on Rumble present day has said many times that this probably isn't the only a reason why he got banned. On August 5th of 2020, Pokimane decided to take a break after getting justified hate, probably fueling the fire even more to the hatred towards her. Hi friends. Since quarantine began, it's been hard for me to find the same joys and motivation for making content. The things I look forward the most, like visiting with my families, traveling, going to conventions, and meeting some of you, aren't possible right now. This has led me to feeling burnout for quite some time, and because of that, I've been planning to take a month off. I recognize that I'm very lucky to be able to work during a pandemic. However, I still need to do what's best for my mental health. I haven't taken a month off since I graduated from high school over 6 years ago, and I feel like it's long overdue for some time away from my career and online expectations. I want to be happy and excited to make content for you all, and I'm looking forward to getting back into that headspace. Until then, I hope you use this message as a reminder to take care of yourselves. Disconnect from all social media, go outside, pick up a new hobby, and hang in there. 2 weeks later, after being radio silent, dropped her long overdue apology to all of the stuff that happened on the internet over the past couple of months.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. This video is to address recent comments and criticisms that I've received. I know this video is long overdue and I planned a vacation for around this time, but I honestly should not have taken any time off prior to acknowledging or addressing or apologizing for these things.
She took another break after this and reappeared in probably the most cancer way possible.
But I do think that is a fair point. But also, you know, there are certain upsides. For example, for me, well,
though she took a massive blow to her reputation during all of this, she leached then off of another game that would make her rise to even more popularity, the game Among Us. Through this, Pokimane did more collaborations, as did every other YouTuber around the time, boosting her popularity even more.
That was fast.
I don't think it's
real
one.
fast.
Oh my god! They took my advice!
What?
We gotta speed
What?
run.
In 2022, Gideon, a very popular YouTuber and streamer, finally got verified on Twitch, and during one of his streams, started to poke fun at Pokimane, and it started with him saying that he has a lot more people on his live than Pokimane. Seeing this, Gideon as a joke tells his viewers to go raid her chat and say L+ ratio. During the raid, the people raiding her chat said some pretty bad things to other chatters through Whisper that could have contributed to the ban that Gideon would receive. Though I am gonna say I think this ban was pretty stupid, and I don't think it's really Gideon's fault for what the people did that raided Pokimane's chat.
Yeah.
They just randomly were being.
Ray, that retake was sick.
I was so fast.
I was out of the movie.
So
Dude, you were schmooving, man. That was insane.
Streamer or just bots?
what do I do? Let's see. What do I do? I think I just force my gun here.
I think I merely buy the best gun in the game.
Who is Gideon? Okay. Nah, there's no way someone...
I can't believe you could just E whenever you want.
Send.
Before the round starts.
Right?
That's so fun.
There's no way a who megalol.
In this clip, obviously, looks like she might have taken it just a little bit too far. I mean, I don't really think it's that deep that people spammed in your chat saying L+ ratio. Maybe it's just me though. After this raid, Pokimane promptly ended stream, and this prompted multiple streamers to give their opinion on the situation. At Real Mizkif said how Pokimane still has to deal with this misogyny and harassment in 2022. And it's even more sad how I have to say this publicly, because people are afraid to stand up and saying she's being treated poorly because they'll be called a simp. After this trolling, Gideon ended up getting banned for 2 weeks off of Twitch. Though Gideon didn't let up and just kept trolling on Twitter, with him changing his Twitter PFP to Pokimane with no makeup. Pokimane's response to this was for some reason privating her Twitter account, even though that like every other drama she's been in, she didn't private her Twitter account. I don't know, man. Soon after this, Twitch for some reason decided to change the 2-week ban to a permanent ban for some reason. And when the news broke, Ninja was live on stream and said that he maybe could help Gideon and talk to his representatives. Ninja after the stream said that he actually didn't do it, though this whole situation got way worse when his wife got involved and said that they're gonna sue Pokimane for defamation of character, which I think is like really cringe. And people on Twitter also said that Ninja is apparently a misogynist for helping Gideon, which isn't the case, and neither was Gideon. Bro literally just told his chat to go spam L+ ratio. In the end, Pokimane and Gideon collabed in a video and made up.
Boning you, Pokey. Someone sent me a compilation of Pokey trolling. We'll see, we'll see.
I like to do it just in a way that they're gonna be left thinking that I'm...
Crazy.
Yes.
No, I love going up to people. I'll just be like, in the back with the Burberry on. Like I say rap lyrics like super fast.
Though Gideon never ended up getting his Twitch back. Now, in present day, Pokimane has gone into even more drama, with her probably being the most she's ever been in any drama. This all started when XQC, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch besides Pokimane, got a kick deal. In this deal, XQC was given $100 million. Pokimane in a call on XQC's stream congratulated him and everything, though for some reason she decided to go behind his back and talk to Valkyrie, saying that she shouldn't have congratulated him publicly at all, even though she literally just did the same thing.
I tweeted congrats to XQC and Kick, because I think it's like a win-win situation for both parties. And she reached out and she was like, I was kind of surprised that you were publicly supporting it. And I do want to make it clear that it is kind of a weird situation because the platform is run by crypto gambling. It promotes gambling, which is the bad part. The bad part, long story short, I like gambling personally. I think it's fine to do, you know, if you're of age, you gamble what you can afford to lose, you're okay with it, it's all good. The part that gets messy is when you're streaming it. Some people that shouldn't, like people that are prone to addiction, people that are underage.
The only reason why I think she could have said this to Valkyrie is because she's scared that with this deal, it'll pull a ton of people away from Twitch, indirectly hurting her stream, which to be honest, I don't really think is going to happen. She is the face of Twitch. Though pretty much every drama I've covered so far, Pokimane has held up this nice girl persona that what we're about to get into throws out in the garbage. On a live stream, Pokimane can be seen being extremely passive aggressive towards XQC, where he's just being nice to her.
And you know something called like a roadmap? You know, there's a roadmap and there's a game that really makes updates. Like they have a content roadmap. You know what that means?
Yes, they're plans as
Yeah,
a company.
a roadmap,
I know what a
right.
roadmap is.
Right.
I've co-founded 2 companies off this.
Okay, so
like the fact that she even decides to flex her 2 businesses is like insane. After this, she can be found on stream in this clip looking extremely pissed off and won't stop talking about her net worth, and then says that you have bad morals and ethics because you use the Kick live streaming platform.
And it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew.
No, I'm gonna try to like use some logic and try to think exactly why she thinks this is. So basically, Kick is owned by Stake, which is a gambling company. So I think Pokimane thinks that if you go to Kick, you're joining a gambling platform, which isn't really the case, saying that all gambling is in one section of the website, a lot like Twitch. And let's be completely real, I mean, like Twitch's parent company is Amazon, which probably has same or even more shady practices, like how their delivery drivers bottles and probably a lot worse that aren't even public. Both have some pretty bad attributes, and I don't think the stance Pokimane is trying to portray is good at all. Most recently, she has now played the victim card like she has in pretty much every drama I've covered so far, saying that she's treated different from any other streamer in the space, even though she's probably treated the best, saying again, she's the poster child of Twitch now. And then she goes on to say that because she gets all the hate for the, again, bad things she's done, which I mentioned throughout all of this video, this deters other women from streaming, which is further from the truth, and this clip basically boils down to her saying that you're sexist if you criticize me, which is just like the most take she's ever had in her career so far.
The way that people treat me deters any other woman in this space from genuinely talking about their honest opinions or behaving how they probably really want to, because they recognize the treatment that they can expect. Girl, I will never forget one time I had a girl come up to me and she's like, oh, I stream sometimes. She basically said, she was like, but I'm way too scared to stream without makeup because I saw what people like did to you. And I was like, that's so
sad.
So I asked a question at the beginning of this video. How did Pokimane get so hated? I think this comes down to simply her playing victim, false flagging, her annoying undesirable simps, and her inability to avoid petty drama. I think Pokimane should just avoid drama in general and just focus on streaming. But let me know in the comments section down below what you think Pokimane should do. Also, before I end this video, I want to thank everyone for the recent support over the past 4 months. We just hit 1,000 subscribers and I'm so grateful to everybody that watches my content, and I seriously couldn't have done this without you guys. But without further ado, Namos. Peace.